All right, so welcome back everyone. Today I'm here with another domain from the teaching tolerance standards. Now, a lot of you have been asking, what in the world are you talking about, Gary? And that is a great question. If you're just tuning in, you have a lot of work to do. I'll wait. And just for the record, this video is not sponsored by anyone. I am simply a teacher trying to figure out these standards on my own, well, with a little bit of help, trying to just dissect them and use them as much as possible in the classroom. So without further ado, let's look at domain number 8. Students will respectfully express curiosity about a history and lived experiences of others and will exchange ideas in an open-minded way. Now, let's think about open-minded just for a second. What does that actually mean? To me, it means thinking about different perspectives, different experiences, and genuinely thinking about how they feel, what they believe, and why. Not trying to influence, simply listening, understanding, not jumping the gun. This domain, similar to others, is all about discussion making, asking questions, and having dialogue that is meaningful, understanding each other. When I look at this domain, I think about projects. I think about students having projects, specifically around identity, but using diversity to kick it off. Here's what I'm thinking. A project. Now, a project could look something like this. A student brings in a specific food from home. Students ask, why do you have this food? How is this a part of your culture? The student explains the history of the food. They dissect it. They talk about the culture, the importance of it. Students then generate questions. They generate questions that are going to be meaningful, that are going to help themselves and other people around them understand more about this culture. Students have to remember, how do I generate questions that are going to be purposeful, meaningful, and respectful? And I mean, it doesn't have to be food. It can be anything. Students can generate some type of project or bring in something from their culture and simply talk about it in front of the classroom. They can go into depth as much as possible, but the idea is that students are trying to generate questions with each other. They're going back and forth and they're asking each other, are these questions appropriate? Are these questions going to help the student remember what it is that's important? Are these questions respectful? Are these questions respectful? It is also extremely, just a second here. All right, that's better. It is also extremely important that students think about before and after. How did they feel before they got the presentation? What did they feel about the food? What did they feel about the culture, the beliefs of the individual? This will help students understand their biases and mixed understanding of their peers. This will also help them understand the differences from what they think and what is real. A good way to tackle this is a KWL chart. Know, want to know, learned. Developing questioning. Curiosity is something that has to be taught. You can't just ask kids to go off and do it. Ask students, what does a good question look like? How do we ask about others and their history? How do we express interest in a friendly way? These are all very, very important. Now, when we're thinking about asking questions and being curious, we need to, as much as possible, just like the other domains, have students invite others from the community, whether that's parents, grandparents, community members, to come in and share their stories. Before they share their stories, have kids generate questions or thought or an idea of what they feel is going to happen or what's going to be told. Again, it's very important that students see their then and their now based on the knowledge that they know and what they find out. It's extremely important. I know I've probably confused you, but again, the main point of this domain, for me, understanding a belief and curiosity about others in an open-minded way. That's it for this domain. I'm out. I'll see you next time. Later.